reason, as some would say, why KG is on the podcast?
Not because of my good looks. Yep.
Well, for me, it's a different reason. But for Abs's,
no, that's what kind of I'm like. No, we have to have him on once I saw that side of it.
Yes.
Put it this way. I think that you know how I feel about United, and we're here to discuss, you know, the past, the present, and the future of your club, and where the current state is, where we think it's going to go, certain things that have happened, certain players that have left, certain players that you're trying to get, which I don't think you'll get them, and you know the ownership and the glory days that have gone by. So there's a bit of a discussion we're going here. I think we'll start it off with the current state. Sitting outside the top 6, knocked out of the UCL, knocked out of the League Cup, and 9 points. I think now it's 8 points behind the top 4. That is with an extra game played. Thoughts on the current state?
Might as well be knocked out of Old Trafford as well. The way we play at home.
Mate, you see their stadium. It's almost there.
It's falling apart anyway. We're hosting at Whitlam Park. No, look, current state's bad. It's bad. It's gotten to a point where, like, I know, speaking to other United fans, it's almost a dead topic. Like it's you can't even fathom just having a conversation about how bad things have gotten.
Because it's like a recording. You're going over and over.
What are you going to say?
The same thing. It's
Yeah. What are you going to say? I will say a little bit of a shining light is obviously not the buyout, but the buy-in. Jim Radcliff coming in. I think when you're always a fan of the club, it's going to mean a little bit more.
Correct.
But the Glaziers are still there.
75%.
Do you think that Radcliffe's impact, it won't be immediate? It's going to be 2-3 years. He needs to get his footprint, his sort of people that he sort of wants in there. What's your sort of thoughts on that? How long do you reckon that will take?
I think his impact on the club will be immediate.
Okay.
In the sense that what he will bring to the table. What I'm not confident in is their ability to execute.
Translate that on the pitch.
Translate that into success on the pitch, because we sort of, in comments on your posts, we've sort of spoken about Ten Hag, for example. Right? Is he the right guy? I like the guy. I like Ten Hag. Do I think he's the right guy? I don't think so.
No. For United or as?
For United. Okay. We are not, and we spoke about caliber of manager.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure in the post going back and forth. Dude, Manchester United, like, you need a Mourinho.
You need a pulsating figure.
You need somebody who can convince somebody else to come to the club and save it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Mourinho did with Zlatan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why did Zlatan come?
Because of Mourinho.
Because of Mourinho.
No one else.
Right? Yeah. Did he have Pogba there?
Yeah.
He had Pogba there. I'm not saying Pogba's a great player or anything like that. I'm just saying that you can manage.
100%.
You can bring stars.
I don't think Ten Hag's a good... Sorry, Abs. I don't think Ten Hag's a good man manager. You saw with the Sancho treatment. You saw with the Ronaldo treatment.
He can only manage a certain style of player.
Such as one that won't talk back, you think? Or
no, somebody who still needs development.
I'm going to put it this way. If he was to be at your club right now, your club being Chelsea, I actually think he'd do very well.
I see that.
Yes.
I see that.
I agree.
And if you were to get Poch...
We'd end up 18th.
You'd end up 18th.
I don't rate it.
Yeah.
No, I don't rate Poch.
I don't think he's similar to Ten Hag, but he develops very well. Remember, look at...
Ten Hag's better than Poch.
We are not... Okay.
Ten Hag's better
No. I think...
Neither agree or disagree for me on that. It's about Manchester United, right? It's about Manchester United. And I know it goes against our DNA, because our DNA was the Fergie way, youngsters, bring that... Dude, that era is dead.
Gone. You got to move on.
It's dead.
You have to move on.
In order for this club to be successful, you need to bring the best of the best.
Yeah.
You and we sort of spoke off air. 15 years ago, if you're not signing for Real Madrid, you're signing for Manchester United.
Correct.
Yeah. Done deal. And if you were at Manchester United, guess where your next stop was?
Madrid.
Real Madrid, right?
Yeah.
We have gone away from that because we have this rebuild idea that we're going to bring in youth or young players and play a certain style and whatnot. The Manchester United DNA is winning.
Yep.
It's not a style. It's not. I don't think it's a pattern of play. It's you need to be successful.
Would you say though? I get that. The only thing I would say is that Fergie, obviously, you got characterized by Fergie timing stuff and stuff. But
Yep.
you guys always were known for playing brilliant, attacking, fast-flowing football. At all costs, it was attack.
Yep.
There, I don't see any dynamic runs. I don't see any breaking lines. I don't see any attacking sort of DNA. So I understand why you say your DNA is dead. But it's the club at the end of the day. It's not completely gone, KG.
Can I just chip in for a sec? We've just got some bit of breaking news from our producer. Jose Mourinho has just been sacked by Roma.
Hey,
Shit.
that's massive.
Wow.
That's just, guys, like we've had a look at the discussion, we've done our research, but this is breaking
Is that live? Just live?
just live, just as we speak.
Fabrizio Romano confirm.
Here we go.
Signed,
Wow.
sealed, delivered.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah, big news. And
Jose,
this opens the door. I don't think he'd want to come back personally.
I would take him tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
I would take him tomorrow.
Absolutely agree.
I
100%
love that
agree.
guy.
I want to take it back a few steps though.
Yeah.
Back to Radcliffe.
Yep.
Okay. He's investing his own money. You need to people need to understand that it's further than just 25%. The Glazers are happy with it because they're not having to take any more money out of their own pocket.
They're not
this
involved.
is 300 million. I'm pretty sure that he's bringing into the club that he's going to spend on infrastructure, on transfers, on so on and so on. The Glazers still haven't changed. They're still there. They're still, spending what you make. They're not putting any further investment. Like the Kroenkes, for example, and when they took full control of the club, which people don't realize they didn't have the full control till 2018, it was very much like that. We spend what we got. And Wenger was very good at working on a budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the king of that.
Yeah. Like you could give him 10 mil and be like, yeah, he'll sort himself out. Radcliffe is going to have to, I think it's going to get to a point where he's like, fuck, I can't spend any more money. Because they're going to look to him. They'll be like, oh, we need this, we need that, we need that. The Glazers aren't going to put that money in. And the club is a global phenomenon. The club is a money-making machine.
We are we're just corporate now.
It's a commercial club.
That's all it is.
Commercial, yeah. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for.
The logo sells, and they know that. So
Well, you guys constantly, United sell the third or fourth most jerseys in the world every year, something
Well, I
like this.
buy 3, so easy. They got my couple of £100, whatever it is that converts. Ends up costing me like $4,000 Australian. But I wanted to touch on that because I hope he's smart enough, Radcliffe, Sir Jim Radcliffe. Hope he's smart enough to realise this is a money game.
Of course.
Because whilst Arsene was the king of working on a budget, the game at the time allowed you to do that.
yes, now it would have.
You
been
could find a
impossible.
gem
Yes,
and
yes.
turn them into something,
Thierry Henry, 7 mil.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's more.
Yeah.
He's the king,
Yeah.
right? Other than what Fergie did with the class of '92,
Yeah,
Arsene is right up there with him.
in the late
I have
90s,
respect for him so much.
Yeah.
What I will say that today's game, what is 120 million? What is 130 million?
Nothing.
Who's your 120 million striker?
say,
I prefer not to speak about it, to be honest.
Okay.
He's got
Lukaku.
They have too many.
Wait,
But
yeah.
it's a numbers game
Yeah,
today, and you have to. The only way United succeed, you have to go and put your money where your mouth is and bring the players.
yeah.
Your problem is you just missed that window because you had Champions League football. You had it.
What's your selling point now, KG? You got nothing to
You've
sell.
got nothing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna t-shirts, shirts,
Tom,
jerseys?
Like
Jerseys are
just
nice.
look at the intention. Qatar could have bought the club. The Qataris could have very well bought it, but the Glazers won't let go.
No, of course they will.
They're not.
Why would they
gonna
let go? Why would
It's a toxic
they don't
relationship.
care about the results.
It's like
They don't care about KG in
I'll
With
I
Denzel
will
Park,
explain.
fucking 3 jerseys later.
I will explain the relationship between the Glazers and Manchester United. Okay, you are 25, 26-year-old man. You earn $3 million a year. You've got a girl.
Careful, this is treading a different podcast. Careful, just carry on.
Just get the button ready.
She's with you for what? The money you give her.
Mm.
You are the most toxic person in the world, but she stays with you. Why? Because you got all that money.
Money.
She doesn't have to spend any of her own money. She just uses yours.
As Birkenbag is a common club.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good analogy.
Yeah. Mrs. Jones, Phil Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's feasting, brother. She's feasting.
Far out, man.
She's feasting.
Hey.
Jeez. Sugar daddy.
Look, speaking of someone who earned their money and left the club on a bad note, Jadon Sancho.
On loan.
On loan. Look, we all know he's going back to Dortmund at the end of the day. I want to touch on that. I think that was the start of a very bad turn for Ten Hag. Things weren't going very well. I think, he's had his so-called, fallouts with certain players. With
High
Ronaldo's
published fallouts.
Yes. The Ronaldo one, I think people can understand because of the way he reacted. As much as I love the bloke, storming off, leaving the stadium, so on and so on, is only going to give your coach, more reason to be able to do that. Certain other players, Varane, Zidane Iqbal is another one. Martial is falling out with recently, but I think Sancho, given his state and his mental state, kind of took it to another level. So
yes and no.
I want your thoughts on how this potentially actually lost Ten Hag the dressing room, which I think it did.
Yeah, I think it was the what do they call it? The straw that broke the camel's back type thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you understand the Ronaldo thing.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo, for me, just to put it in context, is one of the greatest of all time.
Arguably.
Okay. Arguably, if not the best, whatever. Everyone's got their own opinion. It's a different beast to manage.
Absolutely.
100%.
So take that and put it aside.
Can I clarify? I don't think he was the problem. Personally, in terms of on the field,
no, not a chance.
he was not the problem.
Dude, he was our leading scorer.
100%.
Right? And he did it at the age of 36.
At that age is crazy.
The other Muppets gone and played in Miami in the pink.
Oh, and he owns 25% of that club
and apparently best in
another sugar daddy over there.
Anyway, so whatever. But what I'm trying to say is take Ronaldo, take that scenario, box it because it's one of a kind.
It's a unique.
Yeah.
Very unique. You look at Sancho. Both people played a part in this because prior to this episode with Sancho, there was a previous episode with Sancho where he didn't have his mind right, and Ten Hag sent him away. He said, "Hey, go here, train, get your mind right, come back." Then he had this amazing returning sort of second debut. The crowd cheered him on, welcome back, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, they've fallen out of love again, sort of thing.
He posted an Instagram story and someone forgot to say sorry. Am I doing something? Or?
Ten Hag left him out of the squad.
Okay. And
I can't remember what excuse he used, but he pretty much said Sancho was unavailable. Sancho's then clapped back. Yeah. And he's gone, don't read everything that you you say, or don't believe everything that you read. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. Ten Hag's gone, apologise. And he's gone, no.
Look, on the other hand, I've seen this not work out for players quite a bit, personally. Like, I remember Ainsley Maitland-Niles got denied a transfer a few years back to, I believe, Everton. Went onto social media and done his own business. But this, I think Sancho's one's a bit different. I personally don't like players getting on social media and doing that type of stuff.
Different generation,
man. But you can't not blame Ten Hag here.
I'm all about transparency.
Yeah.
So for Sancho to come out and call him out, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Wow. Don't lie about me. Don't lie about me.
Yes.
If you don't think I'm good enough,
tell me
I'm not good enough, but don't say I'm not available or I'm injured or whatever. If I think I'm good enough, but you don't think I'm good enough, fair, because you're the gaffer, you put out the team.
Yeah, but KG, what it does then is it's a flow-on effect. It's not just a problem.
But then I know, and I go.
Okay, then you go, for example.
Yeah.
And then let's just say Rashford, who clearly lately hasn't been happy with the whole situation, is no longer happy. And then if Rashford's not happy...
But different, because now they've had a spat. They've had the spat.
That's why you leave it behind doors. For example...
Cool, but don't lie.
The Aubameyang situation at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Only went public when he flew himself to Spain. Otherwise...
But it was going to come out anyway.
It was eventually... They were going to let him leave. They were going to let him leave. But Mikel left everything behind doors. He dealt with him personally, left it behind doors.
But the all or nothing was going.
The all or nothing was going. Otherwise,
come out.
We wouldn't have known. Let's be honest here. Otherwise,
it was going to come out. It was going to come out. There's no way you're going to stop Amazon from telling everybody, hey, there's
no. I'm saying like the Amazon would have come out, but had not had all or nothing not been filmed, we wouldn't have known to be flown to Spain.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But I just think if I'm a player, I'm in the squad, and you lie about me, if you had come out and said you are not up to the standard, right?
Yeah.
Then as a player, yes, would I be upset? Absolutely, because you've just publicized it.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull you in a room and I'll say, I want out.
Yeah,
right?
But KG, if I know, for example, let's just say I'm the coach, you're the player. If I know you've got your mental health challenges, you've got, certain areas.
Then don't say shit.
Then I'm not. This is the thing. I wouldn't say anything publicly. There's a way to, and I'm very.
I'm not
much,
blaming Sancho.
No, I mean neither. And I'm very much an advocate when I'm, in terms of management, whether it's in football or outside of football, in work or in anything. There's different ways to deal with different people. Okay?
Absolutely.
You need to, and as a man manager, if you wanna try to call him that, I think he tries to be, but he's not. You need to be able to apply yourself differently to different people. I know it's a bit more effort, but in the long run, it works out perfectly.
KG,
they were both in the wrong.
What's your highlight and biggest quality you would say of Sir Alex Ferguson? What the ability to what?
There's two things. Well, I think
for me, there's one that stands out.
Yeah.
For me, man management.
Thank you very much.
Right?
For me, that is why I think, obviously, we're comparing chalk and cheese here.
Yeah. Rule no players bigger than the club.
Absolutely. However, what is Mourinho's biggest criticism that he cops always? Throwing players under the bus. So Ten Hag, whether you like it or not, has done that. Whether you like it or not.
I just think they're both wrong.
Sancho and Ten Hag.
Yeah, both. Ten Hag for what he did.
Yeah.
Putting a spotlight on him in that way.
Yeah.
But then Sancho having a sook.
Mm-hmm.
For me, doesn't show, and whether his mind is right or not, you can't, as people look up to you. You're a professional.
Absolutely.
Not to not give him an out, but it's also not an excuse.
Easier to let the player go or the manager?
I don't...
Player.
Thank you.
Player, absolutely. Yeah, 100% every single time. But in this case...
The manager.
Yeah, because it's not his first go. It's not his first go.
True.
He's had multiple goes. The problem is, I actually like the manager because I actually think he can do a good job if given the opportunity. But there's nobody else out there. Now there is. Mourinho, hey, I'll give you a call.
Do you think, though, Ten Hag would do a decent job at a different club without this expectation?
He could do a great job at like a Villa. He could do a good job. He can't do a good job at Everton.
He's not made for the Premier League. I'm sorry.
You don't think?
No.
He's an Unai Emery for me.
No, but even Emery's proven himself in. I know Ajax has had that one season in the Champions League where they got to there. But I've said it before and I've said it again. They're like the Bayern Munich of the Dutch league. At the end of the day,
we still got to win it.
You still got to win it.
Yeah.
But look at the competition. Aside from PSV Eindhoven.
Yeah, but you're better than the rest.
Yeah.
Which means you've done something right.
I understand. But
who's he worked under? Pep Guardiola. At where? Bayern?
Yeah.
And Barca.
But again.
Come on.
There's no
It means, like I said, for me, that means nothing nowadays. Because there's only one Pep Guardiola. You could learn under him. You could learn under this person. Like then his
assistants aren't doing too bad. Your boy's not doing too bad.
No, he isn't. But he's also learned under David Moyes.
Also, it's taking you a lot longer.
Yes, but that's similar to your club. If you bring in a manager, it's a long-term vision. Don't expect it in the first 2 years. The same way with us. It's going to take 3 or 4.
You expected
it. It's a different expectation at United, though.
True.
I'm not going to talk about. 100%. Man.
Hold on.
You guys for 30 years were happy with finishing in the top 4.
No. Hold on. It's deeper than that. Because at the end of the day, when we moved from Highbury to the Emirates, and Wenger's turned around and said it, we've had to sell our best player. The reason you got Van Persie in 2011 was because we had to sell him. The reason
that's the expectation at United.
Abs, 1 second.
No. Let me continue and answer why this expectation.
Continue, and then I want to say something.
Because at the end of the day, we messaged about this. You're halfway to where we're at. It's taken us 20 years, or we're 20 years now since we've won our last Premier League. You're 10 years there. Okay. At the end of the day, when you've come into a club that hasn't won a major title for 20 years, or at the time it was 16 years, you're doing more than just taking that team and then getting them to perform well. You have to clean that club from the top to the bottom.
Yes. We haven't won the Premier League in that long.
Yes.
But we won the Europa League.
What's that done for you though?
It hasn't done anything because they got rid of the damn manager.
I understand.
Right? Which is the problem. You had Pogba. You had Zlatan. Yes. You had our biggest problem under Herrera. We let him go. He bled for that club.
Player. Yes, but at the same time, it goes back to what I said. Yeah, that you won trophies with Mourinho, but at the end of the day, why did he leave? Because the top of the club doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yes, but the expectation from the fans is
that
still
needs
to
to
win.
change. That needs to change. If you
can't.
need
No.
Hold on. Go on.
I've let you speak.
Go on.
You give me 10 random people in here, and I would say, who's a bigger club, Arsenal or United?
I'm not denying that. I'm not
it's United.
denying that.
So,
but you're taking it the wrong way.
You've taken it out of context. With the big clubs comes expectation.
Yeah.
With the big club, United are expected to achieve these results, and Arsenal are not. It's as simple as that. One second. I'll let you speak. I'm not saying that Arsenal is not a big club. There's a debate to say you're bigger than Chelsea, and possibly I agree with you on that.
Right now, you're going to Arsenal before you consider United.
Absolutely. But I'm talking about expectation. I'm talking about our generation and KG's generation, which are not far off. KG, no offense. However,
I'm your dad's age, probably.
However, what I'm trying to say is that United, you give me 10 random people on the street, give me 20, give me 30, give me 40, give me 1,000.
Because I'm not denying that. No one's arguing with you on that.
Well, you were.
No. Because
United
for him to say, the way you said it, I don't know whether you said it the wrong way. It's as if at the end of the day, for example, your club, I always say it, for the last 15, 20 years, since 2003 till about 2018, you guys have had that standard. Prior to that, it was an unknown. With us, with you guys, we've won trophies. There's history. There's trophies. 13 Premier Leagues for us. You've won 20. All right. With you've won how many Champions Leagues?
3.
Sadly, we haven't won any Champions Leagues, but 14 FA Cups. We've won, I'm pretty sure, 8 League Cups. Community Shields, we're in the double digits as well. Like at the end of the day, I know. But all I'm trying to say at the end of the day, between both our clubs, there's heritage. There's a standard that's been set not for the last 20 years, but for God knows how much, for the last century. All right, when it comes to, when you want to say it like that, yeah, I understand that there's a standard. That's why Arsenal fans are so, I still think they're deluded, because that standard is no longer there. When you were talking to Arsenal fans 5 years ago, this is what I say about United, you need to get that standard out of your mind. You need to understand that you're no longer at that level. That expectation that Fergie set for the club, he's no longer there. And the mistake you guys
He's right at the top.
Yep.
Isn't he? He's top of the stadium. It's about to fall down.
But until he goes, there's an expectation that United wins.
And you guys need to move on from that. The same way we had to just accept at one stage that new manager needs to come in, needs to clean the club top to bottom and change the expectation, change the attitude.
You can't do that at United.
Hey,
you can't do that at Manchester United.
You can get random Americans, whoever investors they are, they don't care about the fans, they don't care about the expectations. I don't think that United need to change their expectations. Their fans don't need to. I'm not saying you're going to win the Champions League every year. However, there is an expectation that you at least come top 2 and fight.
And you're signing the superstars.
Thank you. KG, we're going to leave it at this. What do United do? What do United need to do to get back to those glory days?
Is it a serious answer
this is a serious answer?
Because I had a different answer, but I'll leave it. If it's look, you need to go back to the way it was, and the way it was for me is that you need to have somebody in charge who can bring in the players that can win trophies. You can't. It's not a rebuild. It's not an opportunity for us to go and say, hey, we're going to go get Anthony, who's this, and we're going to go get Garnacho and do this. You need to be looking similar to what Real Madrid years ago did with the Galacticos. That's how you get it back. You go, you get the money, you put it in, you get the right manager, you get the right stars, you start winning trophies, set the expectation that way. And then if you want to bring in a class of 92 type environment, you start bleeding them in. Until that happens, until Pep Guardiola puts his head down, it's a money game. It's a money game because there's nobody else that's going to win it other than Pep.
Can I add? I think there's one word what they need to do: be patient. And this is what I go back to say. Process,
it's expectation.
The job at hand, and this is when I say the job to fix your club is a much bigger job than fixing our
Absolutely,
club.
I agree with that.
So,
but you're not going to do it the way Ten Hag is doing it.
True.
No, you need a manager for me that needs to come in. Maybe we've talked about it. Xabi Alonso.
No. He's not in the DNA.
No.
He's not in the DNA.
But that's the problem.
You didn't talk to me about it. I'm sorry, I don't know why you put it to me.
No, we mentioned Xabi Alonso as working under Pep.
No, we met Ten Hag. It was Ten Hag working under Pep.
Not today. Previous episodes.
Fair enough. Sorry.
Yep.
Xabi Alonso. For me, he could come in and the DNA needs to change. We're no longer this is what I mean.
As KG was saying though, I know we're running overtime, but as KG was saying though, do you think Xabi Alonso has that power to bring in those? Of course he doesn't.
No, he's not proven.
I think a guy who can. Possibly. I don't think Zidane will, but I think if you manage to get Zidane, he's got that. Listen, you saw
Because you want to play for Zidane.
You saw what Zidane did to Bellingham. Zidane single-handedly got him to Real Madrid. Single-handedly.
Yeah, because he goes, come wear my number 5 shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. But what does that mean at United? Nothing.
No.
Doesn't mean it's not not going to work.
KG, you gave the number 7 to Mason Mount.
Brother, who is Mason Mount? Who are you? Who are you? Like,
I'm Mason Mount. Surprise. Nice to meet you.
He's my cousin's boyfriend.
Yeah, look, that we've thrown around that number 7
Ever since, yeah.
disrespectfully.
Di Maria,
I think,
Depay, Sanchez, Mkhitaryan. I'm pretty sure. I know he had the 7 at Arsenal.
Cavani.
Cavani.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like Cavani. When
He was a
at
decent player.
United.
Decent player.
But after Ronaldo, you have to reserve that. It's almost like you got to temporarily hang it up and go, when's the next superstar?
KG, mention Cantona, Beckham, Ronaldo,
George Best.
Yeah.
Memphis Depay. How does that work? Like
Mason Mount.
Yeah. Look. On that note, I think we're gonna have to leave it there.
Yeah, otherwise we could talk for another.
We could have
20
6 or 7
6
episodes
hours.
with KG.
Yeah, we've got spin-offs coming.
Firstly, thanks to the Bella Vista Hotel.
Absolutely.
Great food, great people, a great place to film.
Absolutely.
And the big up that you gave them at the start, mate. Can't fault you there.
Yeah, trust me, mate. Friday night at Bella Vista. I can share some stories on a different podcast.
And even better on Friday night at Bella Vista with Kev.
Mate, if anyone wants to book a booth, just let me know.
No, it's seriously, KG. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, from all the boys at UBF and myself and Abdul especially. We'd like to say a massive thank you for coming on.
Mate,
it won't be the last. Seriously, it won't be.
Yeah, no, it was actually a great conversation. I enjoyed it.
And I'm sure, like I said, we're going to have you on again.
Absolutely.
And we've got a few things in our pipeline. I've mentioned a few to you already. Mate, it's gonna get good.
I'm ready. But yeah, mate, like both of you boys, and to the production crew as well. Thanks for having me. It's been amazing, great setup. And like I said, I just want to continue to encourage collaboration.
That's the big thing.
Get the message out there. Let's keep talking football in this country because man, we love it.
Yeah,
100%.
Much appreciated.
It's the world game after all. Sorry,
It is.
Look, we are
United
by football.
I have been Thomas.
I've been Abdul.
Special guest.
I've been KG.
Ciao.